me what you think in terms of how they're going to land, but also which one you prefer, because we've got those flex options.
I do think I prefer the Callista with the Nautilus. Just the amount of uptime that you have on these engages is absolutely spectacular.
The reason we're spending time talking about Lawson is this was one of our pivotal prep points coming into the show, coming into the series, as one of the ways that Koi could look to win against G2. Literally, as I'm going full story time, another little gank, yeah. Malrang will at least get that Arctic Assault onto Broken Blade. Flash forward from Shigenda under the tower, and Koi strike first.
Beautiful.
And I think Broken Blade will have enough time to get away. Mickey will be able to get the cleanse already out of comp. Advian forced to flash away the crash down from Yike. Advian 200, the headbutt away. And G2
been able to find that success, and it feels like this weird style that Malrang hasn't really paid dividends for Koi this split around. You can see there,
he hasn't been able to find that same level of success. Right now, he's level 6 in the top lane. Yike, level 5 in the bottom. Crash down, interrupted by the Pulverize, and Yike is just going to get taken out. That was beautifully the best call. Yike has got a storm of magnets and looking for the mid laner. Instead, Lance forward, crash down, up, tangle bombs, and well, and Malrang is just locked in place. That Poro didn't know what to do. And everybody, the Electro Hamster is in. The Battle Ball won't find the final hit. Broken Blade is running for his life as Shelly gets a charge, and the plate's go to Malrang. Dragon is secured. Broken Blade, ward hops over. Malrang chucks up the flail, but I don't think he wants this fight. An empowered strike to the face will be problematic. Lawson's coming in as well. Counter-strike stun will at least get the stopwatch. And now the teleport comes down from Caps. Is he the next target? Pop Blossom is available. Channels in. Looks for Sejuani. And Caps finds the kill. Shigenda tries to get the reply back. One more to just about does it. It's Lawson that secures it.
It just cost them a dragon when it comes to the gold that they've got.
2,200 gold up for Shigenda's cannon. He gave 12 of them on wins. So has a fair amount of experience on the champion. I used 320 games. He's already going to be coming into position as the Chance of Crystal Arrow tags up Hans Summer. Cleanse has been used. Teleport being channeled. Shigenda with the slicing maelstrom. Tags up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members of G2. Lawson rocket jumps forward, gets the kill onto Mickey, and rocket jumps away. Caps is going to need that Pop Blossom just to save his own life. But here comes Comp. Yike is forced to unlock deeper pressure into the jungle. Oh, the Martial Poise not going to be able to get Hans Summer away. Glacial Prison comes down as well. Mickey gets comboed by the cow and knocked into the air. Fate's call forward. Battle Boar in the air. That's a great dredge line. That's a comp. But the first kill's onto Mickey. And despite it, that Pop Blossom, Shigenda's got the flash. Shigenda's got the maelstrom. Hans Summer forced to flash for his own life. The belt used by Caps. Starts to channel the R. Gets the knockup. Here comes the power pony. Hans Summer needs to get those Ren stacks down. But Caps is looking to lock out Lawson. The kill secured by Hans Summer. The bottom tower still stands as well. I mean, it's only one tower apiece, right? But I think that kind of tunnel vision and Shigenda fair.
Start to feed BB some money.
Give time to Broken Blade, who right now is going to commit this flash. Counter-strike and Grandmaster's used as well. Here comes Caps, but listen, may not even be needed. In fact, the kill will be secured. Yike running for his life. While Shigenda was the target of G2, the cross map makes Mickey in the top inner turret the target of Koi. They maintain a 2,000.
Wait, they're aware of this.
Bait.
Larson immediately TP'd into topside.
There's bait indeed, but who's baiting whom? Teleport being channeled. Target is Yike. He's used that ultimate just to buy some time. Repel will come out, but with him dropping...
Lose Yike, but they managed to stop Koi from getting the Baron.
That was huge. And not only that, they secure the mid...
We dip into Fog of War on top end. And when that's when Caps, Yike, Mickey, that combo can come alive.
And look at this. The fact that they the last couple of skirmishes have gone the way of G2, but maybe they've bitten off a little more than they could chew. Flashing Cleanse is still available here for Hans Summer. Broken Blade's teleporting in from the flank. That will buy enough time for the kill to be secured. Rocket jump away. Larson's caught by the Blossom. It's a fight on two fronts and it's G2 in control. Larson is being targeted by Caps as another pump falls down in the jungle. Larson, the two big swings have sort of come from wards in the middle lane. G2, Shigenda's got flash stopwatch. He's got the belt. He's got a flank angle. Where is the cannon? They don't know! The slicing maelstrom has already picked up a kill onto Hans Summer. But the Magna Storm and the Pop Blossom turn it back around. It's damage all for Flavors. And all of a sudden, it's Comp running for his life. Somehow, G2 turn it around. The focus on Hans Summer punishes Koi ultimately.
How? How in the name of God did G2 come out on top of that? How in the name of God is BB getting a double kill? What is going on, Trevor?
Dagda, when we get the replay, oh my word.
They have good control over this top end. The only thing they have to be careful of is BB does need to get a little bit of pressure in the mid lane here before they fully commit for the tier 2, because you can see the pings going down on mid. They're like, we don't know where Koi are right now. So we don't want to...
Fahad Samba, he's got the Hurricane, Rage Blade, and Blade of the Ring King. That gold lead for Shigenda has stayed pretty... Problem is, it's fairly telegraphed. Look, Yasharo in, G2 aware of it, prison is held, Malrang doesn't force Koi to respond.
Yeah, and I think G2 are going to play this relatively slow, although Koi are just giving them a massive advantage here in the mid lane, where nobody's really gone to cover.
The autos, this should be an easy Baron here for G2. Crystal Arrow is just sidestepped and secured by the Smite Gamer loss, and Buster Shot used once again to get rid of Broken Blade. But he cannot stop the tower being able to reply. He's got the teleports. It does not look like it's happening just yet. Dredge line tags Malrang. Counter-Strike comes in once again. The root, the stun, the knock-up. Here comes Yike from the side, and it's already done. 2 members of Koi are down, a third to fall, and the fourth will be moments after. Larson finally gets one back into Mickey. But it's too little, it's too late, and Shigenda's running for his life. The flank opportunity was thwarted. Caps, Pop Blossom, not going to use the flash. I think he was actually stunned in place. Nevertheless, with the Baron-empowered minions with a 4 versus 1, they can look to push down the Nexus turrets.
Yeah, you have Broken Blade. He's going to TP onto the minions as soon as they hit the base to make sure that they're able to close this one out. It was a slow burn for G2. Couple of topsy-turvy plays, but G2 will find themselves game 1 in their hands.
G2 Esports bouncing back from Koi's early game. The Nexus turret will fall, looking for a couple extra kills to pad the stats. As Hans Summer and the rest of the team take down the Nexus 1-0 to G2.
With this the last time it was much more of that on-hit build. So we're also getting some buffs coming into this patch, so I think this could just be the perfect storm here for Comp, as long as he can keep himself safe from what is an incredibly aggressive bottom.
If you're a Koi fan, it's time to go. Yikes! Comp is going to get tagged up. Ghost already flashes away to safety. Dredge line pulls Mickey back, but the rain stacks are enough. I've looked at Koi's early game, and they found a window with this Comp that they punished very, very well.
I think the big thing for G2, and like even from talking to the players, you hear it a lot of it's like, hey, we're not only trying to win in Europe, we're trying to do a lot better. Plus,
yeah, let's engage forward. Grand losses, but that in power, I did not expect that much damage. Shigenda flashes over the wall, Broken Blade to the wrong side of the rift, and I think he may just concede his life. No flash, waiting for the Q. He needs something to jump to. Larson's trying to cut him off, but it's Shigenda that is in a little bit of trouble. Doesn't get stunned by the level 5 for Yike. Looking for those chains. Larson hasn't fired it yet. Stun comes out, channels it, locks him down, distorts forward, and one last auto. Larson's on the board, taking up the Teemo. He is still down, what, 15, 16 odd CS? The shock Teemo.
Oh, wait a sec.
Look at this. Broken Blade forces the Dominus out. Slice, dice, Ruthless Predator, the long-range engage from Malrang, and the slam to the...
Take over. Now you've got the Rift Tower that's going down the mid. Tower gone. Cap's going to steal that one away. And you're getting the Dragon as well. We talked about
Herald, Dragon, first kill, first tower. It's first win of the series, and it's G2 in control. Flash is available for Caps. He's holding on to it from everyone here in Berlin.
Caps is just giggling to himself, saying you have no mana. Like, Freak is just living in his head rent-free the entire time. You can't do much, and now Shigenda went too far.
Nice indeed. Step behind me plus the flash. Dominus buys some time. Counter-strike, slice, and dice. Shocked Teemo face, but Caps can cut him off. Caps needs a new pair of boots, and he wants them to be croc-skinned. Rocket jumps forward, but underneath the tower, Broken Blade is rooted up. Meow, meow, meow. That's another kill for Koi. Mickey's using the shield to block as much damage as he can. Here comes Larson. Doesn't have it just yet. Caps flashes forward.
No.
Doesn't auto. That's not what you want to see. Oh, no, indeed. G2 are starting to run for their lives. Malrang jumps in, smashes down. Larson gets one back. And Mickey may be next. A juicy, juicy target for Larson.
You die!
No, they die! What are you doing? What is happening?
And then they go for this terror dive, but you can see where Caps is caught out. Someone, please.
And take their second tower here against Koi. Nature's Grasp is available, but G2 are split. Austin's forced to run away for now. The target's going to be Mickey's pulled back with that dredge line. Hansama's got the Fate's Call if and when it's needed. The trigger is pulled. Counter-Strike locks up a few, and the Nature's Grasp will at least somewhat slow down G2. But it's Koi, they're on the retreat. They've been routed, and they're running for their lives before they get wrecked in the river. Shigenda will slice and dice his way forward. Glacial Fissure is down. Broken Blade been around long enough for the Counter-Strike to come back up. And the Rift Herald's like, peace, I'm out. This is nonsense. Hansama finally picks up the kill. The rest of Koi are slowed down. Yike, he's stepping his way forward, looking for that Pillar of Ice. This fight is so drawn out, and it's Caps that's on the hunt. Can he cancel the auto, or will he land it this time round? Advien stuck inside the tri-bush. Dredgeline goes out, Unbreakable is up, Caps is low, and Larson hops over the wall. Mickey's been able to escape for now. Com cannot get a single auto attack down. Needs to get in range, needs to do something, but he simply cannot. And the rend is enough from Hansama. G2 win it in the end.
And now G2 will be able to get the Rift out eventually, as they will reset. Larson, don't do it.
No.
Larson, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We can do this all again, and that's what I'm here for.
The thing is, though, G2 hotline tower kills will be nice, but with the wave coming in now, Cap should be able to take this quite TP.
All right, teleport is coming in. Remember, no ultimate there from the Maokai. Advien gets chunked out by that Tristine. Here comes Broken Blade. Thwack him with the lamppost. Leap forward, Counter-Strike is up. Dominus comes out on the purge line, at least pulls Yike back. But the stun connects to Malrang, and their fate is sealed. G2 are hopping, skipping, and jumping all over the fish pond. Koi are being shot in the barrel, and it's the double 80 comp of G2 that is running amok. 6,000 gold, the lead, 4 towers, the advantage for now. And they have absolutely every lane under control. The Herald doesn't even get to land a hit.
It's an inhibitor. They're going to crack the base at bang on 20 minutes and just make sure that they're going to have complete control over this bot side for when Baron is now up and spot.
Well, Rift Herald will be able to open.
Yeah, I will say Broken Blade hasn't quite hit critical mass yet because he was set so far behind. Like, he's still 1.3k behind.
But it's going to be scary. Remember, Callista plus Ren plus Smite. And the peel for G2 is going to be tough. Already secured. Now with Baron empowered minions, Advien has been popped in the river. The rest of Koi, they are too late to the party. It is already over. Larson is now trying to interrupt Yike in the back end, but he's locked against the wall. He's been chomped down. Just Shigenda's teleported in from behind. Nature's Grasp is thrown down. Broken Blade hasn't tracked in just yet. 8,000 gold worth of damage stats the difference, and simply nothing they can do.
Broken Blade.
Broken Blade looking to engage on the backside. Remember, difficult for G2, but it doesn't matter. If Koi cannot...
They immediately crack open this base. They'll get the inhibitor. There's the bot inhibitor if they really want to as well. Comp is trying desperately to keep that wave off.
Are they going for the win?
That could be it.
I think they're going for the win. It's a 5 versus 4 for now. Okay, gonna back out instead. Multiple inhibitors, play this by the book. The Dragon Soul is available in 1.5 minutes. Shigenda's gonna be up in 5 seconds. Broken Blade looks to take the bottom in here. Now, if G2 are feeling confident, and I think that they are, they may stick around. Got low health boss, Malrang is back, no ultimate available for him. 7 seconds for Shigenda.
Break open the game. I think they needed to try and use Shigenda to, hey, maybe we can work for Rift Herald, or maybe we can look for something.
And it'll be followed by, most likely, G2 taking on BDS. Edgeline will catch one. On the hunt thrown down, and look at Advien. He is obliterated inside his base. Larson cannot get in range to build any real damage. Another kill secured for Caps. 2 on the board. Nexus turret number 2 about to fall as well. The second win of the series about to be secured. Larson being jumped on and shot by Caps. And it's too little, it's too late. G2 have dominated in game 2, and G2 advance to face BDS. Expectations coming into the series versus performance. Happy to see, any changes. Is there anything we can take away, or is it just kind of more of what we've seen from G2, a little bit creative and funness, and they're allowed to cook a bit?
Yeah, I think I think we've seen some things which are sick. Like the fact we're getting Hansama bringing in things like the Callista and bringing out a style that's quite unique, and I think a pick we haven't seen a lot in other regions is brilliant to see. But I think it is a case of trying to clean up, okay, when we have this how do we try and smooth into the mid game where we're not just taking very chaotic fights that we just happen to hands diff people rather than actually playing at the map smarter.
I'd love to hear Mickey explain how they're going to clean up their mid game as I make eye contact. Before they talk about that, though, let's head over to Trouble, who's going to talk to Hansama and Mickey. Sorry to derail that one.
Thank you very much, Quick Shot. I'm here with the victorious Hansama and Mickey X. Congratulations on a very quick, stompy victory to all. Now, I'm going to take it from Trevor. I'm going to ask you, Mickey, what's going wrong with your mid game?
I mean, I think it's like fine-ish. I think we're doing all right. I'm not actually, I mean, these two games felt a little bit more shaky than regular split. I think we did quite a few mistakes that usually we don't do. But overall, I think it was still fine.
Yeah, it was pretty fine, a 2-0 stomp. Now, of course, you guys chose Koi for your first best of series. Why was that, Hansama?
I mean, they're probably the best opponent. I mean, based on the choice we had, just the best opponent, obviously, that I think we could beat the easiest. That's why we just choose Koi, I guess. That's just as simple as that.
So you thought it was going to be the easiest one to beat?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
Was that specifically on the 2v2 down the bot lane when you guys are concerned, or was it like overall?
I think just overall, when we played them in regular split, that game felt pretty easy, I think. And the other option was BDS, right? And usually BDS could like get their stuff together. So we had more faith in being better than Koi, I guess. Yeah.
We'll talk about BTS in a little bit because they're your opponents tomorrow. Now, when it comes to transitioning from best of ones to best of threes, what was something that you guys particularly worked on G2 to get your mid game a little bit cleaner?
I mean, I think our mid game actually improved throughout the weeks, months together. I think it wasn't as good when we were playing in the spring and the MSI, and we worked hard on. I guess we were like. I don't know, for example, we were just talking about mid game, looking for some VODs, and I think we reached a lot of nice learnings, conclusions, and I think our mid game have been way better. So that's the goal.
Okay, a little bit broad, but we'll take it. Now, of course, with the whole change from best of ones to best of threes, there was a huge shift in the meta from enchanters to maybe more engaging supports. How do you find this change, Mickey?
I think it's pretty nice. Playing only range supports was a little bit boring. Even though, well, I guess Brom is still the same. So, you know, even before I played Brom, now Brom is even better, I guess, because there's mostly engaged supports. So I think it's pretty nice. I think Rail is pretty cool as well, because it was not playable before. So yeah, I think pretty solid meta for us, I think.
Yeah, you get to engage more. Broken Blade gets to play more more jacks. You got more bruisers. Now, you have been a huge advocate for Kog'Maw. Lots of Kog'Maw in the best of ones. Now we're bringing in the Kalista. Can we please bring up the draft from game one? Because you madman, you picked Kalista into Ashe?
Yeah, actually, that was a challenging one. I think Kalista, I mean, that's probably not the best against Ashe, but I was thinking maybe I can still pull it off. And I think we had a lot of pressure in the early bot, so I guess the plan worked. We got a lot of objectives, Dragon, Herald, and I think Kalista is pretty good at setting up the tempo, pace of the game, because I guess she's just strong in lane and a lot of threat for the 3-3 and stuff. So yeah, I still picked it into Ashe.
So a lot of the carriers would avoid that, but did you think you were just better to execute it?
I still think Ashe, Ashe used to be a harder counter to Kalista in the past, but I feel like now you can still win against Ashe as Kalista. Just my thought.
You know what? I want you guys to show me how a draft meeting goes. Because new meta, a bajillion new champions. We've seen Lilias, we've seen Kai'Sa resurface. You brought out Kalista. Now, when there's a new champion that you guys want to implement last minute, and you're like, Dylan, I think, you know, Kalista is really good into Ashe. How do you actually go about saying that in a draft meeting?
Well, usually last minute it doesn't really work with Dylan. Like usually,
Okay.
usually you have to have a bit more practice on it. Like we're more about mastery, not master yi, but yeah, mastery on the champion. Just play it over and over again, and play it well. Because yeah, that was kind of a little bit of a problem during MSI. Felt like the Asian team was just much better on their individual champs. So yeah, I think we're doing a pretty good job at that. I mean, our draft meetings still take very long time, but at least I think we go over every case that is possible. And I think that's why we also got so many wins, because I think draft is very important.
Yes, it is, and we can't wait to see more of your cooking, guys, in your draft meetings. Now, one quick question for you guys. Who do you think is the strongest team so far? We have seen every single one in best of threes. Let's start with you, Hans. Who do you think has looked the strongest? Except you, of course.
I think, well, there's the potential XL and then or SK. I think they are about the same. Well, they won against their opponents 2-0, pretty clean. And Fnatic ended up losing. Surprisingly, I thought that they would come up victorious. So yeah, I would say those XL and SK are looking, yeah, strong.
I mean, I would say that SK looked better from the two teams. I think their drafts also made a lot of sense. So I think they have a good idea. And yeah, they're played pretty well overall into Fnatic. I mean, Fnatic underperformed, of course, but I think SK played way better than they did regular split. And I think XL was kind of the same. So I think SK is probably the strongest out of the other teams.
Wow, you guys, none of you mentioned BDS, which you're playing tomorrow. I'm gonna say congratulations for your very swift victory and good luck, of course, tomorrow versus BDS. We're gonna throw it onto a very spicy PGL, so grab your milk and watch.
Happy birthday, Marcel.